Do you remember when A.J. Brown was once called a diva and a bad teammate? It had gotten so bad, A.J. Brown took to Twitter in a viral moment and posted the following. I'm a diva and a bad teammate all of a sudden. Laugh out loud. Okay. Do what you have to do then. And so will I. Wiser words have never been spoken to an organization as a warning, which led to a couple of very funny moments from the Eagles fan base, beginning with the number one Jalen Hurts fan who posted, "Fire up the Howie signal," which was then followed up by Barstool Philly's Howie Roseman binocular meme. This guy was once called a diva. This guy was once called a bad teammate. He was told that his knees were in bad shape and that he just wasn't worth a $100 million contract. Well, he's cooking the NFL right now. He has 5 consecutive games of 125 yards or more, a feat that has only been accomplished twice since 1970. A.J. Brown, Calvin Johnson. What's up, Cerebral football fans? My name is Steven Hyder. This is Gate City Sports. One of the most common questions that I face here as a content creator in regards to A.J. Brown's production on the season is about utilization. In essence, are we overutilizing the player? Truth be told, that's a difficult thing to answer because, much like A.J. Brown says, he does tend to always be open.
Did that always open sign come with you from Tennessee, or is that new to Philly?
I'm serious. When I go watch his film, guys, whether he's running hitches, curls, comebacks, out routes, in routes, over routes, it doesn't matter. This dude is literally always open. Sometimes I see them playing off-man coverage, giving this guy like 10 yards cushion. Sometimes I see them try to man up and get physical with him, and it just does not go their way. A.J. Brown is one of the most dynamic playmakers in the NFL. Yes, he ranks very high in terms of targets. 3rd overall. He's the 3rd most targeted player in the NFL with 72. Devontae Smith is the 23rd most targeted player in the NFL with 49. Dallas Goedert, the 38th most targeted player with 41. DeAndre Swift, the 75th most targeted player with 29. But he's productive. A.J. Brown is a very productive football player. When you look at units of production, yards per route run, he ranks 3rd overall in the NFL with a 3.1 marker. This dude is what we've been waiting for the longest time at the wide receiver position. He kills you any way you want to be killed. You want to give him the underneath stuff? He's going to yak you to death. Look at this young man's yards after contact. Yak is not a very easy thing to distinguish because it can mean different things. But yards after contact, after initial contact, there's only 3 players in the NFL that really stand out to me. Nico Collins, A.J. Brown, DJ Moore. Those 3 guys have a ton of yards on this 2023 season after initial contact. When we're trying to get the offense back into rhythm, who is a player that we often get the ball into to get us back on track? It's A.J. Brown. Go look at his first down production, guys. He has the second most, he's tied for second most first down receptions in the NFL right now. He has been absolutely spectacular on the 2023 season. Everything we could have hoped for at the position. Some of the greatest names in our franchise history haven't even put together 5 125-yard games in a season, let alone consecutive games. I'm talking about some of the all-time great names such as Pete Ratzliff, Tommy McDonald, Pete Pihos. None of these men put up 5 consecutive games, or let alone 5 games in a season of 125-plus yards. Even going back to some of my childhood favorite players as an Eagle fan here. Guys like Mike Quick, who's in that poster, in that picture, I should say, right behind me here, right? Guys like Mike Quick. Guys such as Harold Carmichael and Fred Barnett, Irving Fryer, Terrell Owens, Jeremy Maclin, Djax, even going back to the guy who set the record at the tight end position and holds the all-time record for receptions in a season for the Eagles, Zach Ertz. They never put together 5 games of 125-plus yards receiving, let alone consecutive. This is one of the all-time dominating performance in a season from any player, let alone an Eagle, to step onto a field. Guys, I'm talking about players like Michael Irvin, Herman Moore, Tim Brown, Randy Moss, Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, Andre Johnson, OBJ, the current teammate, Julio Jones, AB, Devontae Adams. Some of those players I listed have had 125 plus yard games in a season, but they never strung them together consecutively. This is the type of territory that A.J. Brown is walking around in right now. A.J. Brown is literally on the verge of rewriting the record books.
Shit, bro. The Titans are planning to trade wide receiver A.J. Brown to the Eagles.
Seriously?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, it's on Twitter. Adam Schefter.
Yeah.
Blockbuster trade. Titans are planning to trade wide receiver A.J. Brown to the Eagles. We just got A.J. Brown.
For the 18th overall pick, there's our wide receiver. Mike, move that.
The entirety of the offseason during 2022, leading into that 2022 NFL draft, I kept repeating myself that I thought this Philadelphia Eagles offense was desperately in need of a boundary side, X-align, split end wide receiver. That traditional, big, strong hands, physical guy who could break in on routes and take the football away from guys. I just felt like ever since we subtracted Alshon Jeffrey from our offense, we had a problem with that. We just did not have a guy that could really give us that type of production. And all we kept getting from Coach is that he wants a guy that is multi-aligned. He can play any alignment on the field, whether it's the slot, whether it's the field, whether it's the boundary. We got the best of both worlds. A.J. Brown gives us the type of guy that can do all that. I knew that we were in for something special when I started hearing ex-NFL players start to review what the Eagles had just done and what they were saying about what was on the horizon for the Eagles.
He brings a physicality to the game. He brings the ability for the run after catch. So I'm excited to see how they use A.J. Brown with Jalen Hurts in the RPO.
When Kurt Warner starts to confirm what you have been asking for from a receiver for this offense, I mean, it's hard not to get excited. I knew that we were going to be really, really effective with A.J. Brown. Now, did I foresee what has happened here? Absolutely not. A.J. Brown has been way better than what even I thought. At the end of the day, all I can say is, with this Philadelphia Eagles offensive line just absolutely mauling people in the run game, especially when Jurgens gets back healthy, with a guy like Dallas Goedert, who's just a really nice security blanket from the tight end position and also a great yak guy himself and physical, with a guy like Devontae Smith, who probably has the highest ceiling of any player on this roster, and then you add in a dynamic playmaker with the abilities of an A.J. Brown, yeah, I'm confident that while things are not completely 1,000% smooth offensively, it's still pretty dang good, and we will figure it out as the season goes on. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all so much, and I'll see you guys on the next video.